Hey everybody, I'm so excited to be here today with you, with someone that I have known and met over 2 decades ago, which is so wild. We've come full circle. Guys, this is Erica Courtney, if you didn't already know. She is a legend. She's an amazing jewelry designer. We're so excited because we've just started carrying all of her amazing jewelry at Bailey's. So thanks for being here.
Oh my God, and I was just as thrilled to be in the store. So thank you for inviting me in the store.
Just so that you guys can hear kind of the backstory. When I was at GIA 23 years ago, I was like a fresh-faced, jewelry-loving student. One of the things that GIA did was they brought industry leaders in to talk to the students one-on-one about the industry and to answer any questions we have. And so I have in my jewelry scrapbook, I have your business card and like a pamphlet with your jewelry on it, because I sat down with several different people, but I really connected with you, and you were so kind and generous with your time and shared with me about the industry and answered my questions. So this June, when Trey and Lauren were in Las Vegas, and they were like, we went and saw Erica Courtney. I was like, oh my gosh, I love Erica. So tell me, over these last several decades, what have you been up to? Tell me about your jewelry and everything. You can see some of it back here, guys. It's amazing. The biggest thing I noticed is just your amazing color.
Well, that's my favorite part.
Okay.
I mean, hunting for color and only the best color is my favorite thing to do. And whatever my budget is, I want double. And if I had double, I would want double that because I love gems that much. I just love them. I love looking at them. I love designing with them. I love looking at them after they're finished. They just speak to me.
Yeah.
And I think they have a personality, and I think they actually pick you. I don't think that you pick them. I think when you see something and you're like, I want that, you had nothing to do with that. That gem told you, come here,
It's like
Missy.
a connection.
It is. It's true.
Wow.
It's true. And I mean, because of that, when we do size our rings, if the ring is going to be too small or too big from the size that it was, we will take that gem out, no matter how common it is, and put it in the new ring, because I know you picked that one and that one picked you.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
So did you always, like, how did you come to love and appreciate color? Like, how did that happen for you?
I was looking around the gem show, and I mean, I do love color. I've always loved color. I've always loved colored glass, Austrian crystal, things like that. But I was looking around the gem show, and I saw these beautiful peridots and spessartite garnets. And I had never seen peridot that color. And that color comes from Pakistan, and they're really special in our industry. They're not just your typical peridot. And then spessartite, what is that? And I took it to my mentor, who did only rubies and sapphires, and I was like, do you think, I saw these, and he goes, how much? I was like, well, they cost this, and he goes, no. I was like, no, but no. I was like, but, no, Erica, too much. And so I marched myself back there, and I was like, I'll take that one, and that one, and that one, and that, and I brought them back to him, and I was like, I bought them. And he goes, well, I don't know what that is. And I went, there you go. I knew you didn't. And from then on, it started my love affair with especially exotic color, things that other people don't have. I mean, I want you to have a personality. When I first started, I kind of thought about old movie stars, and they owned their jewelry as opposed to now, which they basically borrow it.
Yeah.
But it had their actual personality in it. It was made for them. It looks like them. You recognize those pieces. We love those pieces when we see them, and we remember, oh my God, that's Elizabeth Taylor's jewelry.
Right.
You know, and I think that's what makes color special.
And just the amazing amount of detail in every piece. You can tell that it's made with love, and every piece is different. How do you have the bandwidth and the time to create that many different things?
Well, I say the gems speak to me.
Okay. And
literally I can be alone in my house and have my gems lined up, and sometimes nothing happens. And so I just leave it, and my habit is to watch TV with it, because then it takes your mind off of whatever you're trying to do. And but at the end of it, I don't know what I was watching. I don't know what happened in between here and there, and I look down and there's a drawing, and I do feel like that the gems actually talk to me. And I will literally tell them, shut up, I heard you. I'm trying to finish this part. Sometimes I make side notes when things start exploding in my head. I have to make side notes to remember that little piece where I was gonna put that. And even though the drawing might be 2 sticks, I know what I was thinking when I drew that. So they speak to me and they tell me what they wanna be. And I love fancy galleries, and I love things that are unusual that you don't really see in jewelry.
Where you can see it, it's amazing. So when you started in the so tell me about when you started in the industry. Like, how did you get into jewelry?
My Budinsky mother decided I was a jewelry designer. I had, maybe I shouldn't call her Budinsky. Okay.
We can clip that.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
So I started by gluing some rhinestones on a pair of sunglasses that I had, and my mom was visiting me, and we walked out of the house, my apartment, with the sunglasses on with the rhinestones right here, and somebody said, "Oh my God, I love your glasses," and my mom said, "Well, my daughter's a jewelry designer, you should buy them from her." And I was just like, what? I said, which daughter? What are you talking about? People are gonna knock on my door. I live in an apartment, Mama. I'm not a jewelry designer. She goes, well, you are now, and you're gonna be great. You need a job, darling. And I was like, well, I'm not doing that, because you have to, what do you have to do? What do you have to do? You have to be somebody, you have to be something. She goes, you're gonna be great, don't worry about it. And I was like, well, I'm not doing that. And 3 months later, I was in a showroom showing them my glasses and showing them I wanted to be there. And they go, okay, well, I tell you what, come do the show with us. At the end of it, I had a job at that showroom. I had a jewelry collection, and it just sort of evolved from there. And I feel like as I grew up, things changed.
Yeah, you figured it out as you went.
Yeah, but I designed for myself. You know, I did that. I did bustiers. I did so many things. The glasses were not great. The fossil watches were wonderful. I put the rhinestones on fossil watches, and then the owner made me get watches with my name on it. So, which I just couldn't believe. He made me buy 500. I'm never gonna sell them. They were gone in a month.
Wow.
I don't think they were gone in a month. I think they were gone in less than a month.
Wow.
And so that was super popular. But when I moved, my inspiration changed.
Yeah.
So I started doing sterling quite by accident, and then that's how gold came about as well.
I love that. That's so
Yeah.
great. Okay. Oh, this is a good question. What is your, if you had to pick, and I know it's probably really hard to pick, but if you had to pick, what is your...
Mahenge Spinel.
What? I heard Spinel.
Mahenge Spinel from Mahenge, Tanzania. It is my favorite. I call it a tequila sunrise color.
Oh, nice.
And it is fuchsia with a touch of orange. I love it. I call it the Queen of Spinels. It is my very favorite gemstone in the world.
Is Spinel in general, you work with a lot with Spinel.
I love Spinels.
So do you travel? I've seen pictures and video of you in various places around the world. So do you travel to acquire your gemstones?
I do. I go to Thailand twice a year, and I've been to the shows in Germany, Japan, Hong Kong, obviously the States, all over the place. I love searching for gemstones. And
Like a treasure hunt?
Yes, and they search for me. They'll find me. Somebody will call me and say, I have this, do you want it? You know?
Because they know what you like.
They absolutely know, and especially if it's a Spinel.
That's so cool. Okay.
I hope it was okay that I interrupted you. I did
No,
that on
I'm
purpose.
glad you knew exactly what I was going to ask. Okay, this is a great question. All right, let's talk about some signature design elements in your jewelry, because obviously I was looking at your collection and I see things and I'm like, oh, that's so amazing. But do you have kind of some general things that you return to time and time again as you design?
I love doing the gallery of rings, mainly because it's so difficult to come up with yet another design for a gallery. And I do repeat them, obviously, because you can't come up with a new design for every ring. I'd never leave the studio.
Right.
But I love doing the galleries of rings because it's not something typical that people do.
Well, and I could tell I'm wearing one of Erica's rings right now, and we were looking at it and I flipped it over. I'm like, man, it's just as pretty from the underneath as it is from the top. Y'all look at that.
Isn't that fabulous? And as a matter of fact, I'm redoing, you don't know this yet, but I'm redoing an engagement ring, and that gallery is going to be in her engagement ring.
It's
Not
so
this
beautiful,
ring,
yeah.
but that gallery.
It's amazing.
Yeah, because I'll do that. I'll take bits and pieces of every piece to redo your jewelry if you like, or do something completely different. Yeah, I love that. I kind of say it's like pretty underwear. You know, not everybody can see it, but if you want to show it, there it is. And it's the same with this. It's your personal piece of jewelry that you can share or not share.
I love that. Obviously, there's trends. you know, I kind of joke and say it's like a 20-year. I kind of feel like what was popular 20 years ago comes around again. But do you see anything right now in particular from a trend standpoint that's kind of changing, or what do you see kind of coming up in jewelry? Is there anything in particular?
You know, I don't follow the trends so much, and I kind of don't even know what the trends are. For me, I see people buying more and more real collectible stones, things that are super rare. And that's what I've noticed in my own business, is how people are interested in super rare that nobody else has.
Right.
And I mean, why not? Why shouldn't you? If you can afford something like that, why shouldn't you have the most rare? Why should you have what everybody else has? I think it's a disgrace for you to have money and have what everybody else has.
Right.
Get something different. It's your job to show us who's the boss, you know? It's your job to look gorgeous. If you spend that much money on clothes, you should do the same with your jewelry and be, you know, best dressed from literally top to the bottom.
Yeah, absolutely. The jewelry makes it to me every time.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I love that. I find a lot of times with the trends that it always kind of goes back to like the classics, and I think it's because to your point, like, take a classic design but put a really unusual gemstone that's really rare. It's almost like a little like hidden secret. Like you know what it is, but not everyone else does.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that even though I do 3-stone rings, nobody's 3-stone rings look like mine.
I
mean,
noticed.
the
I saw
gallery
that
is
beautiful
different.
one, the zircon. We showed that the 3-stone zircon ring.
Yes.
Is so gorgeous.
And so the gallery is different. That whole ring is different. But even when I do a traditional 3-stone, like, the center might be in bezel diamonds and the outer ones might be in pave diamonds. So that just adds just a little something different and makes your ring special with the micro pave band, if that's what you like. That's what I like. And of course the gorgeous gallery, you know.
Well, you can see in everything that you make, it makes sense. You can see your level of appreciation for not only the gemstones, but just the design process in general. We're so glad to have you.
So glad
I love
to be
your
here.
work. It's really special, and you can see that in every single thing that you make. And so it's so good to talk to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So happy to be here, and y'all come on by and say hi.
Bye-bye.